Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are getting into the another level of learning where we will start learning the blockchain interview questions. We will see all the important blockchain interview questions over a period of time, and this session will get you the fundamental 10 questions that are very important for you to crack the blockchain interview. We will get into the question right away. Define blockchain. What is it? Simple. It is a chain with blocks. It has got data in each block. The blocks are all connected or chained, which is not easy to crack or to break. I've got a chain and the chain has got a lot of blocks and each block has got data. And most important point, this is decentralized and distributed database. It is tamper proof. That's all. This is how you can define blockchain. It is a chain with blocks. That's it. Very simple. Can you define decentralization with respect to blockchain? This is an interesting question. The traditional definition that they give is the transfer of control of an activity or an organization to several local offices or authorities rather than one single point. I have an office. That office does not hold the entire control. Instead, I spread the control across multiple authorities so that it will be distributed. That's it. This is called decentralization. I decentralize it. It is not with one person. Instead, it is with multiple people. Now coming to blockchain. This refers to the transfer of control and decision making from a centralized entity to a distributed network. That's all. The control is not with an individual or a single entity. Instead, every node is a peer and no concept of master slave is involved here when it is decentralized. I call nobody master, I call nobody slave. Everyone is a peer to the next person. They all have equal importance. Is there a difference between the distributed and the decentralized approach? Distributed systems are something where the processing is shared or distributed between the involved parties and entities. Let's make it very simple. I have a distributed system. It is nothing but a group of computers which are working together on a task. That's all. All the computers that work together to do a task can be called a distributed system. But decentralized is not so. Decentralized refers to the transfer of control and the decision making authority from centralized entity to the distributed network. I mean, the control is not going to be with the single person. Instead, it's going to be with everybody. The control is not going to lie with single entity. It will be decentralized. So the distributed is all about group of computers, whereas decentralized is all about giving the authority. That's what I mean. I hope you understood the difference. Mention the types of blockchain you are aware of: public, private, and consortium. These three are there, and we will discuss more about this for a period of time. How can someone say blockchain is trustworthy? First, its open source nature. Second, it offers lot of security. Third, the altering or tampering data or blocks is very difficult, almost it is impossible. And if you do that, you will have to regenerate the hash, and that will let everybody know and the chain is broken. It is decentralized. Everyone has got at stake. Proof of work is something very important that makes blockchain really very rich. The participants really compete to solve a very complex computational mathematical problem in order to solve or to get the hash generated and to add blocks to the blockchain. If I have to add a block to the blockchain, I cannot do it right away. I need to solve a very complex problem so that I can add it. And this feature makes it really stable. Can you talk about immutability feature of blockchain? Well, we have seen this in C programming and C++ and even in the Rust playlist recently. Any data which can never be altered can be referred immutable. Blockchain is born with such great ability. The data inside is not modifiable, and even if you attempt to change or alter or modify the data, it breaks the complete chain, and that's the feature. This approach of non-modifiability is called as immutability. What are the typical blocks in the blockchain? Well, as we know, it's chain of records. These records are all stored as blocks, stored inside the blocks. Each block is linked to the next one, and that's called blockchain. The first block is called Genesis block. The other very important components that you can see are the data, the hash, and the block. That's all. I've got the data, I've got the hash, that's the one that is going to connect you to the next block, and the blocks. That's all. These are all the major components. As you can see here, I've got blocks here, I've got the data inside the block, I've got the previous hash, I've got the hash to be connected to the next one. This is the current block's hash, and this gets connected you to the next one. How is the block recognized in a blockchain? Every block has a pointer to the next block. That's it. Block 2 will have the Genesis block's hash. The first block is always called as Genesis block, and it has got the hash as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A Genesis block is a special block where we do not have any hash for the previous one. It will be 0. And I can connect this hash to this one and second block's hash to the third one. That's it. That's how we get connected, and that's how a block is recognized. Mention the properties of blockchain. It's distributed in nature, decentralized, immutability comes inbuilt, secure, transparent, and cannot be corrupted. All these are highlighted as the features or properties of blockchain. What is Merkle tree all about in the blockchain? Very simple, it's used for transaction verification. It can be also called as the hash tree or a Merkle tree. It encodes the blockchain data in a very secured and simplified manner. This enables us for the quick verification of the blockchain data as well as the movement of large amount of data from one computer node to another one in the peer-to-peer blockchain network. It's very easy to navigate. That's what we mean. So that's how Merkle tree is used. We've got more questions to be discussed, and that will come shortly in the same playlist. I hope you like it. If you like the channel and the content, please subscribe and give a thumbs up. Thank you.